Greetings, I'm Ruby Stella Castaño. I choose the effectiveness of picture chart media on student English vocabulary to analyze for the class of Quantitative and Qualitative Research. First of all, I'm gonna base that quantitative research is an investigation of observable phenomena via statistical, mathematical, or computational techniques. The results are based on samples that represent the population. The objectives of the research are answered clearly. The data are in the form number and static. Knowing what is the quantitative research, I'm gonna follow with the paper that should be analyzed as the quantitative research. First, on the paper, the study was conducted at the class Palanca Ryan. The number of sample was 40 students. That indicates us that is quantity. What is needed? It says teaching vocabulary, especially in classification of vocabulary. To answer the research problem, the test for correlated was applied. So there is telling us that we had to answer a problem, yes, and it's giving us numbers. Then we find this part. The mean score of poster reached higher score than the mean score of pretest. X equals 2, Y equals 2. Meanwhile, the test formula using manual calculations. So we're naming here calculations that can be manual or can be using a computer. Another thing is by comparing the T observed with the T table. So we're making comparison here, and it's giving us number at 5% levels. If we keep looking at the document, we can. This is like general data of what is going to be about the research. First, it says the teacher used pictures as one of teaching media. Then we have here another part that indicates out that is quantitative. Yes, were 16 students from 42 students who got a score less than 70. It means that there was a problem. So we're right there, they're trying to find the problem. Why students are less capable than others? Yes, what is going on? What happened? What is the class about? Well, we can go down and we find this part. The study is only conducted to the B115 students and Palanca Ryan in academic year 2010 to 2011 because this class has lower score in English compared to other class. So right now we're comparing years. Yes, what happened the years before 2010 to 2011? So they were having higher score than now. There is comparisons that we can do with the numbers that we got before. Right here, the process of teaching learning was started from October 18, 2010 until December 2010. That is another part. They start this research in this year. How we know what's quantitative? Because they are giving us these clues. Sample, yes, the number of students are about 38 students. they are collecting data. That is really important in statistics. Where you collect data, you can have percentage. You can find numbers that are the results. Another point, they classify the data by giving identity, A and B, which are the codes for each entry on the experimental class. Secondly, they variety to the students for 4 times by using picture chart media. So, in this part, it's telling us that we can take that part, how many times the teacher told the students until they learn. Right here, students score by using the evaluation standard of English subject. A certain table and arrange the number, then calculate them. What happened here? There is another part. All they were evaluated, these numbers were into the table and use those numbers to use the calculations. To answer the research problems, it will be analyze the data using t-tests for correct samples. It's repeating the same. We have the sample, we analyze the data, and we have the answers. Right now, we have the findings. The test was done in October 18, 2010. In this case, the sample of this study of the B115 students at Palancaraya, the number of students are about 38. There was one student who got a score 30. Yes, there were one student who got a score 35. There were 4 students who got a score 40. There were 4 students who got a score 41, 45, and so on. In this case, we got all this data, all these numbers, and could take a program and do these calculations, have these graphics. This is a frequency distribution, how many students got this score. We can see 2 students got this score. Right here, 4 students got this score, 65. Right here we had nothing. It's in the middle. Right here 6, like 100, and 8 got 85. We have this other graphic, the frequency distribution of pretest score. So this way we learn the research was applied the quantitative, because we had all this data, all these samples, and the results are very specific. Like right here in table 1, the result for the t-test is being really specific, and we could go down. Here's some explanation. The mean score for post-test reached higher score than the mean score of pre-test. X equals 57, Y equals 84. It indicates that the students' score increased after conducted treatment. So after they were teaching with the pictures, the score got higher. We have this other part that is indicating us that this was a quantitative research. Meanwhile, after the data was calculated using the TIS formula using manual calculation, showed that the T observed was 15. By comparing the T observed with the T-table, it was found that the observed was higher than the T-table at 5% level significance of the T observed, 15 at the table equals 2. So we had an increment on the learning of the students, and we could know all this one by applying all the methods in the quantitative research. We can go down on the paper is telling us how the vocabulary can be mastered, how using pictures as one of the teaching media tools, it helps significantly to get